When Jeff Comes Home, Chapter 12. Charlie, when does second semester start? Dad asked, dishing himself a serving of salad, then passing the bowl to Brian. He had prepared Christmas dinner himself lasagna, salad, and garlic bread. Considering Connie's stunned and pleased reaction, I figured it wasn't something he did often. 3 weeks, Charlie said, glancing at me. Connie laughed a little. Ken, do you really think he's ready for that? What's the alternative? Dad said, spearing a tomato and finishing it off in 3 quick bites. Trial preparation can take months. Jeff can't sit out the rest of the year. He's missed too much school already. He could go on independent study, Charlie said, pushing her hair back. Sherry's sister does that. She meets with a teacher once a week and does her work at home. That sounds more like me, Dad, I said, thinking of Andy's dead-eye stare. If I could do that... No, Dad said firmly. I want you back into the normal life of a 16-year-old boy. That means full-time school and sports activities. Charlie laughed a little, an aha kind of thing. Charlotte, do you have something you want to say? She leaned back in her chair. Yes, if you want me to be honest, otherwise I can go to my room. Say it. Dad's voice was cold. This is all about getting Jeff into baseball again, isn't it? Dad's eyes narrowed. What if he doesn't care about being a jock anymore? That's his business, not yours, Dad said. Charlie leaned forward, raising her hands. Exactly, so why are you pushing him? Dad, I said quickly, I guess I should go back to school, but I don't know if I can. I mean, I didn't even finish 11th grade. And sports? I tried to laugh. I'm totally out of shape. My arm. I haven't thrown a ball. All of that is fixable with hard work. I can tutor you, and Connie's a teacher. As for sports, you've always been a natural. The point is, you need to start working on something positive. Connie, how many more days before vacation ends? A week and a day, she said quietly. Okay, Dad said, so everyone goes back to school in just about a week. I'll have to be back at work soon myself. Jeff, I don't want you sitting here by yourself all day. Dad, I'll be fine, really. I know you will, he said too quickly. It's simply better for you to be busy, working towards some kind of goal, something that has nothing to do with a trial. Is that guy still in jail? Brian asked. No one answered him. Dad, he said, that guy, is he still? Yes, Brian, I heard you. Yes, he is. You remember what we talked about? Dad stared at Brian for a moment until he nodded. The next few minutes passed in heavy silence. This is excellent, Ken, Connie finally said, holding up a forkful of lasagna. Thank God one of us can cook. Dad smiled at her. Glad you liked it, he said, taking another quick bite of salad. The phone rang and Dad tensed again. Connie laid a hand on his arm. It's probably just Dave, she murmured. Too early for that, Dad said, flicking his eyes over me. Stevens called every night around 8 to give Dad an update on the case. I never asked what Stevens was saying, and Dad didn't volunteer. Dad walked into the kitchen and grabbed the cordless phone off the counter. I could see him through the doorway, and I waited, tense. Hello? Who is this? He asked angrily. Oh, sure. How are you? He sounded much more relaxed. I'm not sure. Yes, okay. Just a minute. Dad came back into the dining room carrying the phone. Jeff, it's Vin Perini. He wants to say hello to you. No, no way. I stared at Dad, shaking my head. He nodded back at me in a way I could not refuse. Take the phone. You can talk in the living room. I took the phone from him and walked into the living room like a zombie. I waited until I was as far away from the dining room as possible before I spoke. Hi, I said in monotone. Jeff? The voice was heavy and deep, much deeper than Vin's. I panicked for a second, looking around for Dad, but the voice was not raised either. He grew up stupid, just like Andy, just like you would have. Jeff? Hi, I said again, feeling dumb, but what the hell could I say to him? Hi, Vin said. I don't know if this is a good time to call or not, but I wanted to get in touch. My mom said she saw you in the store the other day. Andy too. I was going to call then, but... Listen, tell me if this isn't a good time for you. Vin already sounded like he wanted to hang up. I didn't blame him. Sorry, I said awkwardly. I guess I just don't know what to say. Vin laughed, sounding relieved. Yeah, I don't either. Just, I'm glad you're back, man. I missed you. I almost went crazy for missing you. My face reddened. God, how could he say that? Didn't he realize how it sounded? Jeff? Vin said again. I'm here. Well, listen. You want to get together or something? I could go over there, or you could... Now? I felt panicked again. Well, no, not right now. It's Christmas, but how about tomorrow? We could play basketball at the high school if you want, or whatever you want to do. I closed my eyes in such pain I did not trust myself to speak. I hit the disconnect button, tossed the phone on the couch, and headed for my room. I lay there in the dark, curled on my side. The door opened so I could focus on the light coming in from the hallway. The phone rang again, and I could feel myself blushing, even here, alone in my room. Dad appeared in the doorway. "Jeff," he said, "did you hang up on Vin?" I rushed onto my back, pressing the heels of my hands against my eyes. "Yes," I mumbled. "Why?" he said, sitting on the edge of my bed. I sat up quickly, edging away from him. "Jeff?" Dad sounded bewildered. "I don't want to talk to him." "But why?" Dad asked. "He's a good kid. He's been a good friend." "This isn't about what kind of friend Vin is," I spat, then looked away, afraid to show Dad that much of my anger. "Are you embarrassed to talk with him?" Dad asked. I sat back, bracing myself against the headboard. Why should I be embarrassed? "I don't know. You're acting like you are. That's why I asked." "Dad, I can't." I started, then broke off. "Can't what?" he asked, so tenderly tears filled my eyes. I bit down hard on my tongue to stop them. I was not going to cry in front of him again. I'm a freak," I told him, hitting my arm hard back against the headboard, wincing as I cracked my elbow. "Leave me alone, please." I was begging now, my pride gone. "No," Dad said slowly. "I won't leave you alone. I know how hard this is for you. If I could go through it instead of you, I would. But I can't do that, Jeff, and you're just going to have to make your way back into normal life again. Picking up your friendship with Vin is an excellent way to start." "He's not waiting for me on the phone now, is he?" "No, he said you'd been cut off. I told him we've been having some trouble with the phone." "Thanks," I muttered. "I don't like to lie, Jeff." "I know, Dad. I'm sorry. Can I sleep now?" Dad hesitated. "No, you're going to come downstairs and eat your dinner. And then we can watch a movie, or play cards, or do something. I'm tired of you using this room as an escape." "Dad," I said, "instead of the movie or whatever, can I get rid of all this stuff?" I waved an arm to indicate the posters, the pictures, the 8th grade school books, the museum of the person I used to be. Dad reached over and snapped on my bedside lamp. "That's a great idea," he said. "This is a 13-year-old's room, and you're 16. That's part of the problem, isn't it?" That wasn't nearly the whole story, but I nodded. "Okay," he smiled, "but come down and finish your dinner, all right?" "Yeah, okay, but one more thing." "Yes?" "The presents." I gestured toward the closet. The presents were still in there, untouched by me. Dad was quiet for a moment. "I'm sorry," he said finally. "I should have cleaned those out. I don't know what I was thinking. They were some kind of charm, I suppose, to bring you back. I should have... Can we give them away? To a hospital or a kid's home or something?" "Yes," Dad said. "That's a good idea."